Hello, guys, and welcome to my channel. My name is Kari. I live in Jamaica, and this is the episode 2 of my dancehall journey. In these episodes, if you missed the first one, please watch it first, and after that, go back to this one because I tell all the story how I come into dancing and how I first time heard about dancehall being in small city in Russia. Well, today is the part 2, and let's just start. Okay. In the first part, we finish when I tell you guys what first time I came to dance hall camp, and I was shocked. I was sitting near the wall and almost crying because I couldn't understand what is going on here because every class we take, every class I take, they teach us different moves and I couldn't understand because before that I've been dancing hip hop almost 5 years, and in hip hop is not that much moves. I was so shocked. But let me tell you. In Russia we have some company what called Big Up Production, and I'm so grateful to these people because these people actually were bringing a lot of Jamaican dancers in Russia and in some European countries, bringing a lot of different Jamaican dancers, and they gave us a chance, us is me and people like me who wanted to know about dancehall, who wanted to be a little bit closer to Jamaica through the dancing, and because of these people we had this chance, and I'm so grateful what these people were doing that because to create something like that, to have a huge camp for 6 or 7 or 8 days, I don't remember how long it was, it's really hard to bring different peoples and to take care of everything. It's really hard, I know this thing. Well, let me tell you uh, what is really that dancehall camp in Russia. Um, this company, Bigger Production, they were doing different camps in different cities in Russia. And my first camp, it was in one city we call Sochi, near Sochi. I don't remember which exactly city. And it was some type of hotel looking, not so luxury, but like hotel looking place where you had some rooms and we had some place where we could eat food and we had some place where we could train and dance. Well, what is happening in this camp? You come to this camp, you buy your tickets for yourself, like no one pay for your tickets, you have to pay all that expenses extra. You pay for 7 days in this dance hall camp and you pay extra money. Well, from the first day when classes start, most of the time, I don't remember because it was almost 10 years ago, but I might say something wrong, but I'll try to remember. Most of the time, it's like 2 or 3 classes in the morning. I don't remember what time they start, don't even ask me. One class is about 1.5 hour, maybe 1 hour, 15 minutes, 1.5 hour, something like that. And we have classes non-stop, like about 2 or 3 classes. After that we have a little break, we go eat lunch, we have some 1 or 2 hours after the lunch, like to digest food. And after that we have the second block of the classes, and in the second block it can be 2 or 3 classes, depends of the schedule. This is how it's work. And after that you go to dinner, you eat food, and after dinner you have some free time where you can take a shower and actually prepare to go to a party. And after that we have party nothing close to Jamaican parties. Most of the time, parties in that places are so funny because all the Jamaican dancers or well-known dancers from Russia or Ukraine or other cities near Russia, or other countries near Russia, they just dancing in the circle, and all the beginner dancers like I was that time, we just standing somewhere on the corner and just watching and recording, um and this is how it's happening. You just dancing non-stop, and this type of camps is a really really great place to improve your skills, your dancing skills, because you're actually dancing 24/7. Now let's dive into some dirty things. When I was in dance camps, where it's all dance styles like hip hop, house, walking, walk, locking, and all that things, um, every time I see these teachers, because teachers actually were from all of the world, from USA, Europe, and other places, and how it's work in dancing thing. When you go to this dance camp, we're talking about first camp, right? Just dance camp where there's a lot of different styles. These teachers, no matter if they married, if they have some girlfriend outside of this place, if they have someone, it doesn't matter. Most of the time, they just find one girl and they just having fun all this week with this girl. And when I just came into that dancing thing and I saw it for the first time, I was like, oh, this is so nasty. Like, I know this person have girlfriend because he's posting something on Instagram, and now he's just walking with with this different girl, and I felt so bad. I was like, oh, this is so bad, because I don't like those things. I think if you're dancing, if you come for the dance, you have to dance. This is how I was all my life. And when I actually came to my first dancehall camp, I realized what hip hop camp, this dance camp where it's all different styles, it's like a heaven, because the people actually find just one girl and they spend all week with this one girl. You just can't imagine how I felt. Like, imagine I'm just 3 months dancing, dancing dance hall. I know nothing about this dance. I know nothing about this culture. I hear music, but I don't understand anything what they say, because if it's English speaking song, you can just Google it and find translation. If it's dancehall song, you can't even find translation. It was 10 years ago. Right now, you actually can translate it through ChatGPT, or even I think Google have Patwa right now, but that time it wasn't anything like that. And just imagine, I'm sitting there, and all these guys. You see one guy. I'm not gonna call any names, okay? I'm with my story. I'm not trying to put down anyone. I'm just sharing my experience, my story. If you already type in some bad comment like "Yo, stop saying bad things about dancehall or Jamaica or wherever," guys, I'm gonna repeat it over and over again. I'm sharing my story. That's it. And just imagine, I'm in this camp and I see this one guy. In the morning, one girl leave his room. After the lunch, you see other girl going to his room. After a couple of hours, you see another girl going to his room or going from his room. When I realized that, I was like, you have to understand, even until I moved to Jamaica, I was this type of girl in pink glasses, this with color glasses. When I look at the people and I saw only good in people, maybe this is why I'm so, I wouldn't say I'm mad right now, but I'm this type of person who is telling the truth, because for many many years I've been this person who look at dance hall, who look at Jamaica, who look at the people who treated me bad here, especially in dancehall sphere. And I look at them, and I all the time I just try to find excuses for them. I was like, no, this is because they live like that, this is because they're this is because they're that, this is because blah blah blah. And I try to find the excuses. People treated me bad, and I tried to find excuses over and over again. But one day I was like, bye, I'm leaving. And that's it. And that time I didn't understand anything. I was just walking with these eyes, and I was like, what is actually going on here? Is this guy? And I couldn't believe what one guy can, let's call it, have fun. You're going to understand what does it mean, yeah, because YouTube don't like some certain words. I don't want YouTube to block my video or wherever. You see one guy having fun with 10, 12 girls for 1 week, maybe even more. I didn't count. I'm just giving you example. And you can believe in that. You're like, you see this, but you're like, no, this can't be true. Well, and I was so shocked. This is the first thing. The next thing, uh the atmosphere was actually amazing, because dancehall dancers, they really know how to create amazing atmosphere. It was just like, it was so great. I remember that time. Guys, you have to understand, for more than, not more, for about 10 years while I was in dancehall, I was this type of person, or dancehall was my everything. I don't know if it sounds funny for you or not, because you're a white girl from Russia, from the small city, how dancehall can be your everything. But it really was my everything. Maybe not like for you, because I couldn't understand all the lyrics. I couldn't understand what people actually talking about in dancehall. But I was, what I mean when I'm saying dancehall was my everything, I mean what I was in dancehall and learning and trying to understand dancehall like every day. Most of my days I spent learning about dancehall, trying to find different videos, trying to understand. And that time I didn't even speak English, but I tried to watch these videos. I tried to understand. I tried to structure everything. I tried to do everything. And after that, I started teaching, and it was all my life. I really thought I'm gonna be in dancehall my whole life. I really thought like that, but we are not there no more. And this is how things works in dancehall camp. It was really cool. First time I imagine I'm dancing dancehall for 3 months, and some of the dancehall dancers, I didn't know they're trying to have something with me. I thought they're just being nice, and some of the guys wanted to make like a showcase on the last evening, and they introduced me and other 3 or 4 girls to do like a dance show. We done some routine. After that, we had some little daggering, and I didn't know what is that. I didn't know, but for me it was kind of funny thing. I'm not proud of it right now, but that time it was so funny for me. Not funny, so fun. How to say that? Well, you understand. And after this first camp, I really had this feeling like, I want to come to Jamaica. I want to see how things actually works in Jamaica. I want to hear if dancehall is really placed everywhere in Jamaica, because this was like a dream, because dancehall was my favorite music. Well, when I just started dancing dancehall, I didn't really like a lot of music. I had some songs what I like, and most of the songs I couldn't get it. I couldn't understand it. But the more I was in dancehall, the more I started to understand, and the more I go deep into that. And you know, well, this camp was about August 2013. By the end of 2013, I actually moved to Moscow, and I started teaching little by little. Yes, I started teaching dance hall about after 6 or 7 months dancing dance hall. But because I had a big background before, because I've been dancing hip hop for 5 years, and you know, when you're just beginner in something, you need more time to know how your body move. But because I already been in dancing thing for more than 5 years, and it was more easy for me to learn. I couldn't get the Jamaican groove, and I've been struggling for more than 5 years, maybe even more, to catch this dancehall groove and to understand how to make this dancehall groove. But I started teaching, and little by little, I moved to Moscow. Little by little, I started teaching, and after about 1 year of teaching in Moscow, I actually went to my first workshops. And my first workshops is when someone invite me to go to their city. They pay for tickets, they pay for hotel, they pay for food, and they pay you money for your class. This is how it's work. And this was when I wasn't dancing. This was one of my biggest dream. I wanted to travel, not even travel, but I wanted to go into different cities and teach. And I wanted to be on the stage, teach, and share this good energy with people. It was one of my biggest dreams. And I'm trying to understand if there is something to tell you about before my first time to Jamaica, but I can't really find anything because, I just work so hard. I just work so hard because I just moved to Moscow. No one really look at me because I never been so, so talented person who just catch everything like that. I was this type of person who had to work so hard to achieve something. I was this type of person. And from 2013, from this first camp, and from the moment when I moved to Moscow to the moment when I actually went to Jamaica for the first time, it was 2016. I've been just working so hard. That's it. That's all I can say. And okay, it's 18 minutes past, and let me just start telling you about my first trip to Jamaica. And after that, we're going to finish this episode. And in the next episode, I'm going to tell you more about my first time in Jamaica, but from the dance hall side. Because before that, I made a video about my um, trips to Jamaica, but I never really tell you the story from dancehall side. And because most of the time, like 5 times, five first times when I come to Jamaica, I actually come here as a dancehall dancer. I never come here to go to the hotel or to go to some rivers or places. I just come here to go to some places, to the streets, to dance and learn. In 2016, it was one of the event where people bring dancehall dancers, Jamaican dancehall dancers, and these events was so huge before COVID and before everything happened. And one of the girl, I was just dreaming to go to Jamaica, but I didn't know how to do that because I didn't speak English. It was the first point because I knew a lot of groups who is speaking English. They are going to Jamaica, but I couldn't join them because I didn't speak English that time. And one of the girl, I was just walking around and I was saying people, yo, I wish this is my dream to go to Jamaica. I want to go to Jamaica. You have to understand that time no one, like couple of people been to Russia or to Jamaica from Russia, but it wasn't that many people. It wasn't that popular because right now I would say every 6 months someone from Russia come to Jamaica to study how to dance hall. And a lot of people from all of the world come to Kingston to learn, how to dance dancehall. But that time it wasn't that really popular. And I was just walking around at this event where was a lot of people, and one girl, she told me like, "Oh, I've heard this girl is going to Jamaica in like 3 weeks," and I was like, "Really? Just in 3 weeks?" And I come to this girl, and I was like, "Please," because I knew her. We were kind of communicating. We wasn't like best friends, but we knew each other. And I come to her and I say, "Please, can you take me? I want to go to Jamaica so hard, but I don't speak English." And she was only one girl except me who was speaking Russian in this group, and the rest of the girls, three girls, they were from Europe. And with her it wasn't that scary because she never was translating everything to me, but at least with her I felt kind of safe, because there is someone in the group who can speak Russian. And she actually talked with the girls with the group, and she say, "Here's one more girl from Russia who is dreaming to go to Jamaica." And they let me go with them. Why I say they let me go with them? Because when you know nothing about country and everything you've heard about this country, what this country is so dangerous and you can't walk there and it's violence there and everyone is shooting and this and that, you're just so scary to go there. You don't know how to move there. You don't know where is safe places to go, where is not safe places to go. You know nothing, and you need someone who gonna show you around, you know and uh, it was about 3 weeks before this first trip, and I just bought tickets. I don't remember if I had my visa in Europe, because from Russia we have to have visa in Europe, because our plane was from Europe. And I just bought tickets. I had no money for the trip to Jamaica, but I just bought tickets, and I was like, oh. I was like, what I'm gonna do now? Because I have tickets, but I don't really have money to go to Jamaica. And my parents supported me again. You're gonna tell, yo, your parents is rich. You told us your parents is not rich. No, they're not rich. They never spoil me. They never gave me some crazy big money. But once in 6 months, if I ask them to help me with something, before I started making really good money from dancing, they were like, they didn't really want me to go to Jamaica, but they were like, okay, you're dreaming about that 3 years. And they gave me some extra money. Like, I had some money and they gave me some extra money. If you ask me how much, I don't remember, but I just remember what I didn't had enough money to go everywhere. Well, guys, my phone just was overheated and it's just shut down, and it just stopped recording. Well, right now I'm gonna finish. I told you what my parents gave me money and I had some money, and this is how I came to Jamaica for the first time. In my next episode, I'm gonna share about my first experience, about my first time in Jamaica, what I felt, what I was doing, and what was happening there, because it was a lot of crazy situations was happening there. And thank you for watching this video. Thank you for staying. Thank you for continue to watching every new video. I appreciate you so much. And thank you for your activity. Thank you for leaving comments and putting likes and all of that. I'm so happy, and see you in my next video. And if you have any questions, just leave the comment and I'm gonna try to answer all your questions. Thank you. Bye.